Do you follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Welcome to the San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. Tommy Morris with Montel Allen, as always from NBA Sports, Recruiting, and San Diego Friday Night Lights magazine. Montel, last week was horrible for both of us.
Man, tough week last week. We gotta give a shout out to the Pointers, Point Loma. I think we were the extra motivation. So those guys, you guys were strong. Way to put it on Mission Bay. But yeah, last week was brutal all the way around.
Yeah,
Wasn't very good.
Point Loma got us, Santa Fe Christian got us, Oceanside got us. Almost everyone got us last week, so we got to make up for this week. But before we get to our predictions, as always, first we got to start with our top 10. Montel, who is on your list?
Top 10. I'm gonna go with number 10. I'm gonna go with Mission Bay. Still like the record being 8-1. I know they're going against Madison this week. Gonna be a tough one for them. But I got those guys at 10. I got Westview, even though they slid the last couple of weeks. I still got them at number 9. Rancho Bernardo, I got them at number 8. Who's on the big come up? They're playing really, really well right now. Christian staying steady at 7-2. I like them at number 7. I got Mater Dei at number 6. San Marcos, Burris, those guys are putting together. San Marcos at number 5. And then my solid 4 coming up, I got Madison at number 4. Real strong team. I think that they got all cylinders clicking. St. Augustine's at 8-2. Mission Hills, I got them at number 2, and Helix is at number 1.
All right, again, we have the same top 4, so I'm not even going to talk about those. But I got Bonita Vista back in my top 10. They're at number 10 for me. Valhalla, the Norseman, at number 9. Cathedral at number 8. Yes, I have to put Cathedral back in there. Carlsbad creeping all the way up to number 7 on my list. Mater Dei at 6. And Rancho Bernardo's at 5 for me. And again, the top 4 are the same. Madison, Saints, Mission Hills, and Helix. So without further ado, let's get to our picks. We got to make up for last week where, again, we went 3-3 as a unit.
Yep.
Tough
Horrible.
week.
Horrible.
So
Horrible.
The way the records are right now, you're 4 games ahead of me. This is the last week of the regular season. So I was debating, do I just pick the opposite of you every single game this week in order to give myself a chance? But I decided not to. I actually made my picks, the ones that I stand by. So these are not in any way, shape, or form modified to give myself a chance to win this thing. And I'll give
already.
I'm giving you the crown already. You are the regular season champion. Congratulations. But we got to get to the picks anyway. The first game we're going to pick, Madison going to Mission Bay.
Wow. First of all, let's give a big congratulations to Sanders over and Dumas over at Mission Bay for those 2 offers they got this week. Sanders at University of Ohio, Dumas over at UNLV. Congratulations, guys. But Madison is going to put them to the test, both those guys. I think Madison is a little bit too strong with the from up front. That D-line, the follow boys, the cousins over there are going to put a lot of pressure on those guys. And I think I'm going to go with Madison on this one. I like Mission Bay a lot, but they don't have enough to compete with Madison right now, especially after what happened last week with Point Loma. Point Loma put a lot of pressure on them, came up with a lot of blitzes. Madison's going to duplicate the same thing, and I don't think Mission Bay has an answer.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Madison too. But before we even get there, I think Mission Bay, Point Loma is not a good match for him. Point Loma likes to run the ball. Mission Bay's strength, as you just mentioned, they're two guys in their secondary. Their secondary is a strength, and the running team not exactly a good matchup for him. So I think that's probably what happened with them in Point Loma. But again, I'm going Madison strictly because I think Madison's a great team. Two of their losses were to teams that we have in our top 3. So it's a good squad. They're going to be good in the playoffs this year. So I've got Madison over Mission Bay at Mission Bay. Our next game, Poway going to Rancho Bernardo.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Battle of the North Bay, North County up there. Big rivalry between those 2 schools. I'm going to go with RB. I like RB's running game. I think they're playing solid. I know Poway has the big super junior, the receiver. Forget his name, but he's a really good player. But Rancho Bernardo's very, very strong right now. I think they're going full blow going into the playoffs. I like this. I like the way they've been running the ball. I'm going with RB.
Yeah, and just a little heads up and a little hint towards some San Diego Prep Insider stuff. We will be at this game. I'll be with Ty Hines. We're going to be hanging out for our new game day segment, just taking it all in, hanging out with the fans, the cheerleaders, the whole business. It's going to be a fun time. So if you see us out there, please yell at us, flag us down, and we'll try and get you on TV there. That being said, Poway is sneaky good.
Yes.
They are sneaky good. They've got a good shot at this game. It's a rivalry game. It's a big game for both these teams. But I'm going to stick with the home team just like you did. I got RB in this one, but I think it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be really close. Another game, we're going to go to the East County now. We've got Valhalla going to Grossmont.
This is another tough one to pick. Two teams that are battling big time for a good spot. I like what Grossmont's doing. They bounce back from the big loss from Helix. They're playing really, really well. Love the receiver over there, Quattro. I love Lillard, defense over there. I love what they're doing over there. But that Valhalla, that Orange Crush defense is solid. Baker and Bender over there, guys bringing it to him. I like Valhalla. Especially I like Valhalla's quarterback, Phillip. He's playing very, very good as of late. I mean, he's been very, very accurate what he's doing. So I'm going to go with Valhalla over Grossmont. I know my Grossmont fans or my Grossmont guys are going to be mad at me. But, G-Man, I think you guys will be great in the playoffs. But I'm going to go with Valhalla on this one.
Grossmont guys, I've got your back. I'm going to take Grossmont. So Khalid Davis, Jake Carr, Alex Lillard, help me out, man. I need one more game. You know what I mean? So I got the Foothillers in this one. It's going to be a tight one again. This one and the Poway RB one were the two hardest for me to pick this week, but I'm going to go with Grossmont. Our next game, Mar Vista and Mater Dei in South Bay.
No disrespect to Mar Vista. I think they've been playing excellent, good ball. They've been battling against everyone. They've been very, very competitive. But CJ Verdell and the Mater Dei squad are just too strong up front. They had, like we said, I think they would be undefeated if they didn't have that forfeit loss due to earlier this season. I think they're playing excellent ball right now. And I know CJ and those guys are on a mission to get back into the playoffs and make a lot of noise. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Mater Dei.
Yeah, we were out there at Mater Dei for our last episode of San Diego Prep Insider. Those guys are hungry to get back in that game. I mean, they were 1 yard away from winning that CF championship last year. They want to get back there. Mar Vista, Tyler Arciaga, one of my favorite coaches in the county. This is it's a new level of competition for them. They haven't seen anyone like this yet. But I got Mater Dei in this one as well. Going back to North County again, Westview, a team that was undefeated now has a couple losses, going to Mount Carmel.
This is a strange game for me. Mount Carmel's actually playing on the upswing. West Hill, again, two losses in a row. They're playing good, but they're not playing good enough to close games out now. I don't know if someone's figured out their formula or what, or the two teams are just that too much tougher than them. But with that said, I think they bounce back. I know Lucas and the boys, they're playing good over there. I like them a lot over there. I love Rasheen over at Mount Carmel. He's just a speedster at the receiver spot. But I'm gonna have to give it to Westview. I think they're collectively they're a great team. I love their defense. Their defense is still playing strong. I think if they can hold Mount Carmel somewhere under 20 points, they can go ahead and put it up, and I think they'll be able to do that. So I'm gonna go with Westview for the W.
This is another tough one. It wasn't as hard for me as the first that we discussed, but I'm going to go with Westview as well. Westview coming off a couple losses, but I think they'll bounce back here. Mount Carmel, good team, but Westview, man, they're hungry to get one more win. They have a sour taste in their mouth right now, and I think Westview comes away with the win. And our final game that we're picking in the regular season, San Marcos at Mission Hills. Montel, can the Knights pull it off?
Man, Burgess, I love you. I think he's a great player. Congratulations. He was just at Utah actually the past weekend. I know they got the big offensive lineman over there at San Marcos. They're doing some really dynamic things, but they don't have enough. They go as far as Burgess takes them, in my opinion, and he dies out when he has to carry the load. It's been proven earlier this year. He has to carry the full load, and he just gets winded, and he can't do it. Mission Hills has too many weapons. They got McFarland over there. They got Strickland on defense. Big Troy Warner, BYU guy commit. They just got too much going on in Mission Hills. They're our number 2 team. Obviously, some people say number 1 team for an obvious reason because they're one of the best teams in the county. San Marcos doesn't have enough to overcome that.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here. Mission Hills, I've got them in our final game that we're picking this season, or at least for the regular season. San Marcos is a great team. I think they'll surprise people in the playoffs because they had a couple of trip-ups this year, but they're still a strong team. I think this will be Mission Hills. I do think it'll be a lot closer than people think. This is not going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. It will be a close game. but I've got Mission Hills in this one. So taking a look at them really quickly, we both have Madison, we both have RB. You've got Valhalla, I've got Grossmont, both Mater Dei, both Westview, both Mission Hills. Your record going into the final week, 43-17. I am at 39-21. So Montel, do you have anything to add before we complete our regular season and head to the postseason?
I'm excited. I mean, the 17 losses that I had, sorry, fellas. Couldn't pick them all right, but I think I got a pretty good percentage over them, over 50%, which I'm happy, especially playing with high school football. Everything's so volatile. I do like to give a shout out to a couple of people. I would like to give a shout out to Tony Isabella over there at Bernardo. He's a great coach over there. I think this is his last season coaching over there, and he's done a fantastic job over there with the Islanders rebuilding that program up. I'm really excited about what they're going to do, and I'm excited about the playoffs. I hope guys get healthy. Another shout out to Francois Sims. I know he hurt himself in the last game. I hope he gets better. Our prayers are out there with you, man. I know he hurt his arm. I don't think it's any permanent damage, but I think he has some ligament damage. He might be out for a couple of games, but hope he gets better real soon. And I'm excited, man. I think this might be better than last year's playoffs because a lot of teams are even, and I'm interested to see who's going to go to the Open. The power rankings say one thing, but let's see how they all fall out at the end of this week.
Yeah, and we're all both excited for the playoffs, and thank you all for watching us this whole entire season. And as a bonus, our thank you to you guys for you watching all of the regular season podcasts. We're not picking 6 games next week. We're picking every single playoff game next week. We're erasing the records because that was my idea because I want to give myself a shot in the playoffs. But we will be picking every single game next week. So please, please, please tune in. It'll be awesome. It'll be a lot of games. Everyone's going to get their mentions, and it's going to be a fun podcast. Montel, anything else before we go?
Hey, no, check out the SDNFL magazine. We're launching a new issue. Will be coming out later on this week. Guys, Friday Night Lights gets no better in San Diego. I think it's gonna be exciting this week. Close out your games. Let's get healthy and let's get ready for the playoffs. I'm ready.
Who's on the cover this month?
This week will be Mission. It's gonna be Mission Bay.
Okay.
We call it DRC. It'll be Dumas, Ramson, and Clark on the cover this month. So, and we got a few unique guys in there. We got RJ Walker over the Santa Fe Christian. Awesome receiver over there. The little guys just balling out. Reminds me of Tyler Nix from last year. I call him the mini Wes Welker. Guy's been doing everything for those guys. And they actually congratulations for them winning the Pacific last week over La Jolla Country Day. But we got some guys in there. We got Gannon in there, your boy over there from Olympian. He's going to be in the magazine this month. So we got some really good features, man. Just everyone check it out, and we'll keep it rolling.
Somebody signed that Cannon kid. Seriously, it's ridiculous. But yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the top, guys, playmakers and quarterback that's in the county for sure. And he's just dangerous with the ball in his hand, no matter when he's throwing it or running the ball. So, somebody needs to get on that kid right away.
Yeah, seriously. All right, we will see you all next week with every single playoff game. Thanks for watching.